Hi everyone, I'm Irina Bakley. I'm a licensed relationship therapist in the states of Virginia and North Carolina, which means that if you are residing in Virginia and North Carolina and considering therapy, couples counseling therapy, or individual therapy, that we could potentially work together because I'm licensed in the states that you live in. And I specialize in working with women and couples who are struggling with relationships. For couples, it's mostly either high conflict situations, and couples are not able to talk to each other without fighting, without pushing each other's buttons. There is a lot of conflict, a lot of drama, a lot of pain, and so they feel really lost, and they're not hopeless, and they're not sure what to do to get out of this repetitive cycle. And for women, is learning about themselves, self-discovery, healing the parts of themselves that have been forgotten, that are getting reactivated now by different kind of new stresses in the environment. They're healing their inner girls within them. They're going through a life transition, and so they're learning, they're transforming, to a new identity. They're learning about who they are. They no longer want to people please and kind of you know keep using this false self-based adaptive strategies to be happy. They understand that that doesn't really work, so they want to find the authentic way of being in this world. So these are my kind of two passions, or kind of one passion, that the relationship and self-discovery stuff. So that's about myself a little bit. But today we are continuing talking about women's online healing and empowering group. That my goal with doing these short videos is to help people to understand what's going on in those groups, whether they're a good fit, how do they really work, what does the format look like. I've been getting a lot of questions from current clients, as well as past clients, and other people who I haven't worked with before, who might be interested in the group, just to understand more about the logistics of the group. So last week we talked about just the overall kind of goals of the group, which is going deeper, kind of learning about yourself, learning about your own patterns, owning those patterns, understanding, learning the language and the context in which your pain comes up, and how to label it, name it, integrate it, heal it, and release it. And then today we're talking more about kind of some of the benefits of an online women's healing and empowerment group. So what are those benefits? One benefit is that you can obviously you can join this group from anywhere in the world. You don't have to be physically present in North Carolina, where I am. And that's something that works really, really well for some people and doesn't work at all for others who are maybe not so, maybe they're just tired of kind of Zoom meetings, they're becoming zombies we call them, with my friends, with my therapist friends. So and they really want in-person interaction. So it might not be a good fit for those people, but really, if you're thinking whether you can get as many or the benefits from attending an online group, I can reassure you that you will get a lot from it, because energetically we can still connect through online space, or in the online space, and I wouldn't be doing it if it wouldn't be effective. And I've been providing online therapy services for over 5 years now, and I myself do my own therapy virtually, and I know that it really works. The most important thing is you have to be in a good mind space to do the group, or couples, or marriage counseling or individual therapy. It's really up to you to be in a great space to be able to take things in and integrate to your life, right? So the mode versus in-person or virtual is not even as important, unlike what you might think. Other than joining, being able to join from anywhere, another benefit is that you can connect to an amazing, selective, handpicked really by me group of women who take their healing and learning and their whole self-discovery journey very, very seriously. They have done a good amount of deep work already. They've been on the journey. They understand the importance of it, and they are motivated and inspired to go deeper and to continue digging so that they can optimize their lives, and they can liberate themselves from this caged existence with all these limiting belief systems that we feel like we are stuck and then there's nothing we can do. Like, there is so much freedom and liberation and hope that I want to give as my gift to others who feel they're so stuck, they're not good enough, they're not worthy, they're so limited, and there is not much they can do to get out of it. There is so much you can do if you put your heart to it, and you have a guide who have the knowledge and the wisdom to get you there. So another benefit is that through the group, you can very quickly and easily realize that you are not alone. A lot of us, when we are struggling in our own bubble and we have this tunnel vision, it feels like we are the only one in the world dealing with this. It feels like it's so unfair to us. It feels like it should be different. It feels, again, the hopelessness, the feeling stuck, helplessness as well. And here you are surrounded by several other women who are actually going through a very similar, they might be not going through the same experience as you are, but they're going through a very similar, vulnerable, raw, heartfelt, painful experience that they're trying to unpack, they're trying to deconstruct, and it's just the energy around that support is amazing. And together it takes a community of people to do certain types of healing. And so while there is a lot of benefits to marriage counseling, separate as a separate service, or individual therapy as separate, it's just a different way to enter the pain points and to make the transformation. There is individual therapy or marriage counseling or group therapy. None of those is better than the other. And I'm biased, but I feel like you need all of it and more in order to transform and wake up. And because it's the second we stop practicing our new patterns, our new way of being in the world, the old stuff comes up, the old triggers come up, and we fall back. So we need the sense of community. We need people to continually, keep us accountable, keep us responsible, inspire us, support us. So we need each other, because we're so hardwired for connection as well. Another benefit is an increased self-understanding. And increased self-understanding where usually leads to increased self-worth. And increased self-worth is the best gift in the world that you can give yourself, because every dysfunction we struggle in the world, every mental illness we struggle with has to do with our view of self. So if I know that I am divine, that I am great, that I deserve everything good in my life, I'm good just the way I am. I don't have to have this pressure to be of service in order to be good, though be of service is amazing, and it's a different, a different topic. Then I can attract the same partners who have the same, self-esteem, and we can really do good things together. But if I have low self-esteem, when I feel inadequate, I will attract another person, not a partner. We're talking about friends. We're talking about our interactions with our children and our, family members and neighbors and coworkers and bosses, where if we come from lack, if we come from scarcity, then everything is viewed and looked at very differently, versus when I come from abundance, and I come from prosperity, and I come from wealth, and I come from just a lot of self-worth. So these are the benefits. I'm looking at the list of other benefits that I wrote down. Through all the mindfulness exercises we're going to be doing, we're going to be nurturing ourselves. We're going to be nurturing our soul, and again, we're going to learn about ourselves, which we feel like we know ourselves, but really we don't know ourselves, because if we knew ourselves, we wouldn't be doing this shit and patterns that we keep doing and getting stuck at. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions, or you would like to schedule a free consultation for either individual therapy or marriage counseling or group, then you can go on my website. It's www.irinabakelycounselingllc.com, and then we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.